We're straight into match 2 now. Gabs is 1 up. Remember that just the championship points right now, 120 for the winner, and I think maybe 100 for 2, or it might be 80, I'm not sure. But this is it, game number 2. Alright, gonna hand this one back over to Shane for game number 2.
Okay, thanks, Jamie. We're back, and we just saw Gabe clutch out a very, very close win over Mustafaa. Despite rolls going against Mustafaa early on in the game, we saw how much late game dice rolls actually affected as the leaf seed missed, as well as the shadow ball critical hit on the Aegis Slash. Nearly was able to turn it around for Mustafaa, but just not enough. Interestingly enough, why we see the Salamence Mega Mirror here, with Mustafaa actually running double Mega. We saw him use the Salamence against Kenny in the semifinals, but in the finals he's choosing to go with that shiny Mega Charizard instead. What do you think about the team matchup?
Team matchup wise, I think Mustafaa actually has a lot of offensive choices as compared to Gabe. I mean, Gabe's Pokemon tend to be more bulky, more slow, more likely to try to support each other and slowly whittle down the opponent, whereas Mustafaa tends to go for all-out offense. A lot of his Pokemon are very strong, and I think he can actually push the type advantage in some ways to get an edge of the game.
Especially with that Weavile, you know, not a very commonly used Pokemon in the VGC metagame, but a very strong pick here, as it does hit a lot of Pokemon with super effective damage. It hits Gengar with the super knockoff, it hits Cresselia with knockoff as well. It hits Landorus and Landorus, Thundurus, as well as Salamence here, which is probably the most relevant, with the Icicle Crash, which we saw Mustafaa use in the previous round 1. If Mustafaa can conserve his Weavile better in game 2 here, that could be the difference. That Mustafaa is going to stick with the same leads, realizing that, you know, aside from a few dice rolls, that what he led with actually did work, and Gabe is going to go with what he went with the previous game as well, with the Rotom Heat and the Salamence. Salamence going to fire off that Intimidate onto the Weavile, going to drop his attack by around 33%, but with the Icicle Crash, probably still going to be able to take out this Salamence if it chooses to do so. Weavile importantly sits at 125 speeds here, very speedy Pokemon, able to outspeed Mega Salamence even after it Mega Evolves, which is why it can be used in this niche to counter Mega Salamence.
Interestingly enough, it's like Mustafaa thinks that he'll probably be in a good position as long as he doesn't get hit by the tremendous attacks that he got hit with the first time round. Do you think that Charizard and Weavile will actually move to and he switches to his Charizard, probably not wanting to take the Thunderbolt from the Rotom Page, and he sends in his Thundurus.
Good switch by Mustafaa there actually, because he recognized that, you know, between Salamence and Rotom Heat, which both resist, you know, Solar Beam, Overheat, and Heat Wave, Charizard wasn't going to be able to doing much to this opponent's team, and saving it for later in the game to possibly fight against Gabriel's Ferrothorn and maybe his Aegis Slash in the back could be a better choice. As Fake Out is going to come out from Weavile onto the Rotom. Did Mega Salamence protect? So good play by Mustafaa there, taking no damage at all, calling to protect, and ensuring that Thundurus gets in for free here. Going to be able to fire off Prankster boosted Thunder Waves to further hamper this Salamence, or even maybe taunt the Rotom Heat to prevent him from getting a burn off on this Weavile instead.
Not mention that Thundurus is known to carry hidden power ice, so Salamence might want to be careful around that Thundurus right now.
With the threat of 2 ice moves on the field, you know, you have to think that Gabriel is going to have to conserve the Salamence, but, you know, Mustafaa is actually going to switch out his Weavile here, going to bring back his Charizard and reset that Intimidate drop that Salamence got, as Gabriel actually switched out his Salamence here, trying to play it safe, and brings in the Aegis Slash, as Thundurus does get that Thunderbolt off onto Aegis Slash, gets off a good 30% with 3 damage, as Thunderbolt comes off from Rotom Heat onto the Charizard here, not in Mega Form, without that special defense boost, taking a whole bucket load of damage. What a great read from Gabriel here. Mustafaa was probably trying to prevent the Will-O-Wisp from the Rotom Heat, trying to burn the Weavile that Gabriel went for in the first game. But, you know, Gabriel's not gonna assume that Mustafaa was gonna fall for the same trick twice, and adjusted appropriately here, and it definitely paid huge dividends.
I think that's the thing when you're having two high-level players fighting each other. It's like they know that they can't play the same tricks over and over again, so they have to adapt, they have to change. And that Thunderbolt was just so... It's such a good prediction on Gabe's part.
The Thunderous here on Mustafaa's side can pose a few problems though. We saw how much taunt does disrupt Aegis Slash, and now in this case we have a known taunter on Mustafaa's side as well as Aegis Slash on Gabriel's side. Gabriel's going to go for that King Shield, not wanting to take any damage from the Heat Wave. But Thunderous does go for that taunt after all, and going to prevent Aegis Slash's ability from using that wide guard to block any potential Heat Waves, but Gabriel does predict the Charizard Protect here and does get off some free damage on this Thunderous with Rotom's Thunderbolt. A good 30% actually.
I think right now Mustafaa really wants to find a way to deal with the Rotom team, because right now it's just doing chip damage to his entire team without him being able to do anything much in return.
Actually, if you consider the Pokemon that Mustafaa has brought, we've seen the Weavile, we've seen Charizard, and we've seen the Thunderous. None of these Pokemon can actually hit Rotom Heat with, Rotom Heat resists almost all of these moves aside from Weavile's knockoff, which, doesn't really do much to Rotom when it's physically, defensively invested anyway. So Gabriel's win condition here has got to be that Rotom Heat, and he's going to have to work around preserving it enough to see it through the entire match.
Or the very least until he takes out the Weavile so that his elements can come in and probably clean up the rest of the team.
That is true, but you do see Mustafaa playing very well here, conserving his Weavile at the back, as Gabriel's going to bring in his Terrakion here, possibly going to try to sponge a Heat Wave and maybe a Taunt or a Thunder Wave onto that Terrakion slot. Charizard going to go Mega here, finally going to try to attack. Worth noting that Mustafaa did not Mega Evolve his Charizard the previous turn, actually very good play, because that prevents it, that gives it an extra turn of Sun. If you're going to protect Charizard and Mega Evolve, you just waste a turn of your down ability. As Mustafaa double targets the Rotom with the Thunderbolt and the Heat Wave. Both resisted attacks with Heat Wave under the Sun, still doing so much damage. Critical hit not really mattering as Charizard does fall to the Rotom's Thunderbolt here. Mustafaa's probably going to look to bring back his Weavile in this case. Rotom is in KO range from the knockoff, I would have to say.
Terrakion has a type advantage versus the two of Mustafaa's Pokemon. So good switch from Gabriel for bringing his Terrakion in just now. So, and that said, Weavile also is known to carry the low kick, so he might be able to take out Terrakion if he so chooses.
We haven't seen any of as Terrakion does go for the protect. I think Gabriel's trying to scout out for and Rotom also goes for a safe play from Gabriel here, trying to scout out what move Weavile has, and most importantly, doesn't have that low kick, as Weavile actually goes for the knockoff onto Rotom Heat there. As Thunderous goes for the hidden power as well into was it Terrakion? Into the Rotom, possibly predicting a switch back into Mega Salamence. They're trying to catch the 4 times weak Dragon Flying type on the switch. We see the 2 key threats on both players' teams now face each other off. We have the Rotom Heat on Gabriel's side of the field, and Mustafaa with that. And Weavile does have that low kick. It does have the low kick, and it does take Terrakion out in one hit. Great bluff by Mustafaa there to first blow the knockoff onto Rotom. Rotom is going to survive though and get off the Will-O-Wisp, and Weavile avoids. Some dice rolls finally paying back in Mustafaa's favor, as that Will-O-Wisp is going to be huge, as Gabriel is forced to bring his Salamence back into this game. Oh, and he is going to try his Aegis Slash though. That bird was probably trying to prevent his Salamence from getting KO'd from Icicle Crash, and with that miss, and Rotom's HP blinking in the red zone now. We're probably going to see the Rotom fall before the Weavile in this case.
It's actually very interesting to note that Weavile actually seems to have the type advantage against the rest of. Actually, Weavile might be Mustafaa's win condition right now, because it can easily take out Rotom, and then it hits Aegis Slash with super effective knockoff, and it can take out Salamence with Icicle Crash. So I think Mustafaa really needs to really work on good thing for Mustafaa to preserve his Weavile thus far into this game, and he needs to make sure that he can stay out long enough until
Aegis Slash here though. Thunders does get the taunt onto the Aegis Slash, going to prevent it from using any support moves. And the knockoff does go onto the Rotom, going to take it out. Good play, as Mustafaa probably does not want to activate the weakness policy on this Aegis Slash. As Aegis Slash is going to turn into Sword mode, not going to be able to change back into Blade form now. Goes for the Shadow Ball onto Thundurus. Is going to have to take it out. And this actually creates a very interesting position because now Weavile has to choose between one of Aegis Slash and Mega Salamence. Is not able to take out both. But Mustafaa's hero from the semifinals, Aegis Slash, finally making a reappearance in this game. We have the showdown between the Blade Pokemon. Now we run into an interesting scenario of speed ties where we don't know whether Mustafaa's Aegis Slash will move first. Actually, it probably doesn't really matter since Gabriel's Aegis Slash is stuck in Blade form and it's not going to be able to take out the Shield form Aegis Slash with the Shadow Ball, even if it is able to attack first. Mustafaa basically has this second game locked up. All he has to hope for is Iso Crash. Not to miss, this is on Salamence. Can Weavile bring it home for Mustafaa as Shadow Ball from his own Aegis Slash probably going to take out Gabriel's here.
Well, it's all down to the accuracy now, isn't it?
Yep. No, that's the thing. While it looks like Mustafaa has this game locked up, if you have to rely on a 90% accurate move to win a game, that only means you won 90% of the game. And sometimes, if you can just make, if the dice roll is in your favor and you fall within that 10%, then that's what makes Pokemon such an exciting game. You never know what's going to happen until the last turn is played. Salamence goes for the Protectus Weavile. Let's go straight for the knockoff onto the play from Aegis Slash and take it right out the back here. Great read from Mustafaa. Recognizing that Salamence can still protect, but the Blade form Aegis Slash is not able to use shield anymore after it's been taunted, and therefore knockoff is going to pick up the KO here. And it was a good play because, like we mentioned, Ice Cold Crash can miss, and knockoff is a 100% accurate move. So Mustafaa making a safe play there, ensuring that he's able to close out the game as closely as possible. Crash does connect the Salamence this time, and Mustafaa is going to probably take this game too, as it does with Ice Crash 4 times super effective. Same type of attack mode is boosted by Weavile's Ice type. Is going to take out this Mega Salamence and push our finals to Game 3. Gabriel looks deep in thought. Needs to adjust his strategy for Game 3 if he wants to beat Mustafaa and his Weavile